guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm very happy to have you here with me today, and I'm excited to do the weekly reading for the first week of the new year. So today's reading is a weekly or a look at the energies surrounding us during the week of January 1st through January 7th, 2018. So Happy New Year to everybody. I'm wishing all of my viewers a wonderful new year, full of peace, love, happiness, and lots of wonderful things coming your way. Okay, so the reading, the way we'll do it, we're using the Good Tarot by Colette Baron-Reid for the main reading. And I'll be pulling 3 cards plus 1 additional card from the bottom of the deck. That will be the overall energy for the week. And then we'll pull 1 additional oracle card from the Soul's Journey oracle card deck by James van Praagh. All right, so Spirit, what are the messages? What do we need to know for the week of January 1st through January 7th, 2018? What are the energies surrounding us during this first week of January? Cards falling out. January 1st through January 7th. 2018. What do we need to know? What are the energies surrounding us during the first week of January? January 1st to January 7th, 2018. What do we need to know? What are the energies surrounding us during the first week of January? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, let me shuffle the other deck, and then I will show you our reading. Third, 1 additional message for the week of January 1st through January 7th, 2018. What do we need to know? Please show us 1 additional message for the first week of January 2018. 1 additional card for the energy surrounding us during the week of January 1st through January 7th, 2018. Okay. All right. So I'll just go ahead and show you the cards, and then I'll lower the camera so you can see them. I don't actually have my little stands here, so I will do that and then get into the reading. So the first card we have as the energy, this will be in the past position, so the energy as we enter into this first week of January, right, leaving 2017. We have the King of Water, followed by the 7 of Water. And the third card, so the outbound energy for this week is 6 of Air, which is Swords energy, but there's still a boat on this card, right? And we have 2 water cards, another card with a boat on it. The card that was at the bottom of the deck, so the overall energy for the week is the Hanged Man, Major Arcana. And Soul's Journey Oracle card that came out as additional guidance for the week. We have the card Happiness with all these beautiful dolphins on there. And it says, I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. That's a beautiful card. Okay, so let me arrange this so that we can see these cards a little better. I think you can. And put some beautiful blue with this card. We have greens for this card. And more beautiful blues for the King of Water. You move this so you can see, actually there, for the Hangman. I'll put that there. And then over the other side, or maybe next to it, we'll put this card. Okay, and I might just move my camera one little bit here. Okay, that's not heavy enough. Okay. Actually, I can't see them that well. Give me 1 second. Let me just set the cards up here. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. I had cards sliding everywhere here. So I think I've set everything up so you can see them. So we'll start off here with the Hangman, which is our overall energy for this first week of the new year. And the Hangman, as you can see, he is in an upside down position. So it's a period. Usually we think of it as being a period of suspension, a period of indecision, something to do with possibly a sacrifice. But it's also about surrendering, right? Many times this card appears when we're asked to surrender and kind of let go and just accept certain situations in which we have no control, right? So there's a definite change here, right? A change in perspective or a change in old ways of thinking, but it's in order to find out something, right, or figure out something, or in order to obtain some type of spiritual growth, right? Or so there's a need here to obviously this man. I mean, he could easily get out of the situation that he's in. You see that he's upside down, but he could very easily. He even has wings. He could fly away, right? He doesn't have to stay here, but he knows that he is here for a reason, right? And usually this has to do with getting a new outlook on a new perspective on a certain situation. So there might be something that you are dealing with during this first week of the year that you need to, either look at things from a different point of view, possibly, get rid of maybe an old way of thinking in order to deal with a certain situation. And it's, again, it's a card that has to do with kind of divine timing. So if there is some sort of delay or things aren't moving ahead with something as quickly as you might have liked, it's happening on divine timing. So, and if there is a delay, then it's in your best interest, right? You need to, have this period of sort of hanging around to allow everything to kind of fall into place, right? For everybody's greater good, and not just, because sometimes we try to, as humans, we try to force timing, and we know that time is just a human construct. And so, and sometimes we get frustrated if, but this should have happened, and why hasn't this happened? But this is just really about, letting go, trusting that there is a divine timing for things to happen. There might be some type of delay, but it's for your best, it's for the best. And you're just being asked to kind of let things play out and see, let things play out is what I'm getting for this week. And as we move through the 3 cards that you have here, as the energy for the week, we start off with one water card, which is the King of Water. And we know that, the water suit or the cup suit is the suit of the tarot that deals with our emotions, our relationships, how our feelings influence our relationships and our behavior. The suit of water is also a suit that deals with psychic abilities, our intuition. But more than anything, it really is our feelings, right? And how our feelings and emotions can sometimes, sort of color our perceptions, or color the way that we look at things as we move through life. Now, the kings and queens in the tarot, they're the ones who have really mastered the energy or the characteristics that we usually think of that suit. So, the King of Water, he's really mastered the suit of water. And so we usually think of him as a very generous person, somebody who is diplomatic, somebody who is fair, a good listener, somebody who's able to resolve problems, kind of like a mediator, a peacemaker. if this is a person, we also, it's important to remember that when court cards appear like this in a reading, they could actually be people that we're dealing with, right, during the time period. Somebody who might be of particular importance during this week. If it is, then it could be an older male water sign individual. So that would be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But in the general readings, it doesn't necessarily have to be male, right? It could just, it's not gender specific. So it could be male or female. But it would typically be an older individual, and somebody who is very fair, very, very loving, or this could just be taking on this energy, needing to take on the energy of this King of Cups. So there might be a situation happening this week where you need to exhibit, greater compassion, or you might need to resolve some type of situation, right? And use your diplomacy to try to diffuse tensions or to keep the peace. So, as you kind of leave 2017 to move into the new year, this is the energy that's surrounding you with this King of Water. In the middle, so say the present, whenever the present is, whenever you hear the reading, you have the Seven of Water. So again, more water energy here. But the Seven of Cups, we typically think of, it's a very scattered energy type of card, right? In the traditional tarot, it's the card where you have the 7 chalices, and each chalice is filled with, something different. And it's kind of like the, when you're the child standing in the what am I trying to say, like the window of a toy store or a candy store, and seeing all of the different options there, right? And thinking, oh, that one would be nice, but that one would be nice as well, or maybe that one, so there's all these different options going on. So there might be, or you might be faced with many different options, right, during this week. But because it's a scattered energy, this card is really cautioning you and asking you to focus your energies on one particular cup. And you can see here, let me hold this up so you can see her again. The woman, she's sort of, you see how she's staring very absent-mindedly, right? And there are all these beautiful things swimming around her. She has fishes, there are shells, all these things. And she's just kind of looking at them all, not really focusing on anyone in particular, thinking they're all very beautiful and they could all possibly, bring her a sense of happiness, but she needs to make a decision on something. So, that's really the main energy for this card, right? It's more of a caution to kind of get out of the dream world, get out of the illusionary world, really focus your energy. If you have too many things going on, too many options, and this could be in many different areas. I mean, this could be in, if it's relationships, there might be, dating multiple people, or if this is, looking at your career, maybe you are going, looking at different jobs, and there are so many job offers out there, and you're trying to narrow down that one job offer that, that might be the right one for you. Or if you're looking at, for example, houses and moving to a new home and, seeing all the different options that there are, whatever it is, there are lots of things that you are looking at, and you think that they're all very nice and they might bring you happiness, but it's very scattered. So, main message, focus your energies on one of the cups, right? On whatever these things are that you are kind of considering, in order to sort of move ahead with it, right? And get out of that sort of imaginary fantasy world. Even though things, I mean, yes, it's important to think that, everything does begin in this world of imagination, and so yes, it's important to dream and to allow our intuition, to come in and to sort of daydream even about certain things, and yes, these castles, all of these castles in the air, or these fantasies that we have, they can become real. We can manifest them, right? But it's also important to focus, right? Yes, dream a little, but also focus your energies, right, in one particular area or on one particular thing in order to manifest that, whatever it is. And then the last card, so the energy as we leave the week, this is a card of transition. So you have, as the overall energy for the week, we have this card that is, being in suspense and needing to wait, and there's some type of delay happening. But then you leave the week with this transitional kind of energy with the Six of air, because air energy is, it's our thoughts, right? Or it's cerebral energy. It's has to do with communication. It has to do with our intellect, conflict, but conflict resolution as well, right? Using our communication or communicating with others in order to diffuse or work through, conflicts. But it's basically, it's as you think, so you become, it's that type of energy that surrounds the suit of air, and how when we have positive thoughts, right, and fill our heads with, or plant positive seeds, then we can, expect or hope for positive results from the thoughts that we plant, these powerful seed thoughts, right? But if we plant negative thoughts, or, continually have negative thoughts, then it's very difficult to have sort of a positive solution, or a positive, I'm trying to say, not solution, but something positive grow out of it. Now, the Six of Air, yes, it's a card of transition, but it's also a card that has to do almost like a rite of passage, right? There's a necessary change in thinking to gain greater wisdom. And there is this necessary change going on right here as well with the Hangman, right? And usually the Six of Swords in the traditional tarot, there's a woman, and she's sailing away in this ship. She has a child in the boat with her, and she's leaving choppy waters behind. So she's leaving, a difficult situation, leaving problems in the past, leaving this sort of past life behind. And yes, there's a sense of regret and sadness at leaving whatever that is behind, right? Because we know that there has to be an ending to something in order for us to begin something new, a new phase in our life. So yes, there's an aspect of sadness surrounding it, but she's also very excited, anticipating the new journey and setting off on this new journey. And that's kind of what the card is about, right? Even though you might have faced turbulent waters, you need to trust in the calm within, and trust also that, you're transitioning into calmer waters. And so there is this, waiting around. There's something that you need to wait on that has to do with, moving on to this next phase. And I feel as if it does have to do with choosing something. And whatever it is that you're focusing your energies on, and, choosing this one thing here with the Seven of Water, you are transitioning, and that will sort of lead you towards whatever this, new phase is. And usually the new phase, it's transitioning to something better. It's not, oh, you're leaving one thing and then, moving into something that's not going to be good for you. No, it's the complete opposite. It's saying that if you have been through hard times, if you've been facing, it could be difficult relationships, it could be difficulties on the financial front, it could be anything, however this plays out for you. This could go with relationships, could go with career and finances, whatever, whichever area of your life has been a little choppy, right? Leaving 2017, this card shows that during this first week, or by the end of this first week of January, you're transitioning away from something in the past, and you are leaving it behind, but you're definitely, you're focusing on the positive, right? And again, even though I said this when I pulled the card, even though this is an air card, there is the boat there. And in the traditional tarot, there is a boat, crossing water. So there's water, 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 and then we have so there might actually be something with you crossing water, or physically, going across water, leaving where you are and moving away to somewhere by water, or going across water. I mean, there's a lot of water energy here. And then let me just move my camera over so you can see the other card, the Soul's Journey card. We also have the water. We have the dolphins, and dolphins, they're very, they're linked with sort of intuition, very intuitive right? The dolphins are very intuitive, and we have the water that goes along with the rest of the card here. And the card is all about happiness. So I do feel that, whatever it is that you might be moving away for and transitioning into, you are heading towards happiness, right? You are leaving behind sort of this negative thing and this confusion and difficulty in the past, and you're heading towards happiness. And this card for the Soul's Journey card, I like to read from the guidebook for the Oracle card. So I'll read you the meaning for this happiness card. And it says, before incarnating, your soul created a blueprint for you to follow in this physical dimension. The easiest way to chart this path is to follow your bliss. Life is full of choices and opportunities, just like we had here, right, with the choices card. Spirit, in its infinite wisdom, has given you the emotion of happiness to guide you. The signposts are always there, but you have to acknowledge them and have the courage to follow them. As you hold this card, do you feel that you are living a life of happiness? In what areas is it lacking? It may be time to be truthful with your soul's self. Listen to its language and intuit if there is someone or a scenario holding you back from experiencing complete happiness. Even though it might be painful to admit, you need to be completely truthful. Be mindful of how happiness will affect every aspect of your life on your path. Also, intuit if there is someone else in your life who needs to be brought into the awareness of happiness. This is important to recognize as well. Others will want to learn from you, and whether you admit it or not, you can be their teacher. When you are filled with love and compassion, not only do you bring happiness into your life, but you lead others by example. Be the light. And I think that this card really ties in well with the rest of the reading, because I'm drawn back here to the hangman with the sort of this divine timing and this need for possibly a different perspective, a different outlook. Maybe this King of Water person, it could actually be an individual. This might have something to do with this, the choice that needs to be made with the Seven of Water and the moving away. So this could actually be an individual, a water sign individual that you are dealing with. But however this plays out, it does seem as if by the end of the week, many of you watching this video will be, moving on, leaving something that no longer serves you in the past and moving towards calmer waters, moving towards happiness. So looks like a very nice first week of the year, I'm happy to say. So I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I thank you once again for joining me here today. I look forward to reading for you, not just during this month of January, but throughout the entire year. For those of you who have not already subscribed to my channel and would like to, please do. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos. And just a reminder that, all the videos that I post, these are general, and the only way that you can get a really personalized view at what's going on in your life right now would be to get a personal, private reading with me. If you're interested, you can check out my website. That's changingphasestarot.weebly.com, or you could email me, changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Thanks again, and sending you all much peace, love, and light. Bye.